You set 7 alarms. Not 1, not 2, 7, spaced 5 minutes apart. Sometimes 3. You lie in bed the night before, scrolling through each one. 6 o'clock, 6:05, 6:10, 6:15, 6:20, 6:25, 6:30. You tell yourself this time will be different. This time, you will hear the first one and sit up. This time, you will not negotiate. This time, you will not need the second, the third, the fourth. But the morning comes. The sound cuts through the dark. And before you even understand what is happening, your hand is already moving. Snooze. You did not decide to do it. You did not think about it. It just happened. Like a reflex. Like breathing. Like something your body does without asking permission. The second alarm goes off. Snooze. The third. Snooze. By the time your eyes finally open, you have silenced 5 of them. Maybe 6. 5 separate moments you planned to get up. 5 separate times you did not. And now you are lying there. Awake, but not moving. Staring at the ceiling. Or the wall. Or the glow of the screen telling you the time you already know. Other people do not live like this. They set 1 alarm. They hear it. They get up. No negotiation. No battle. No 5-minute intervals and backup plans. They just rise. But you do not. You lie there, wondering why you cannot do the thing you told yourself you would do. Why your body refuses to obey your own plan. Why waking up, something so simple for others, feels like a fight you lose before your feet even touch the floor. You set the alarms because you meant it. You wanted to get up. You wanted to be early, to be calm, to start the day without rushing. But something between the intention and the action disappears. Every single morning. And no one talks about it. No one explains why some people wake up like it is nothing, and others fight just to leave the bed. But you feel it. Every single time. You have heard the words before. Lazy. Undisciplined. Lacking willpower. Maybe someone said it to you directly. A parent who banged on your door. A partner who gave up trying to wake you. A roommate who could not understand why you were still in bed when they had already showered, dressed, and left. Or maybe no one said it out loud. Maybe you said it to yourself. Every morning. After the 6th snooze. After the rush. After arriving late again with no explanation that makes sense. You told yourself you were the problem. That other people can do this. That waking up is not supposed to be hard. That you just need to try harder, go to bed earlier, want it more. But here's the thing. You do want it. You set the alarms. You planned the morning. You went to bed thinking about the person you wanted to be when the sun came up. You imagined yourself waking calmly, having time, feeling ready. That is not laziness. Lazy people do not set 7 alarms. Lazy people do not lie awake the night before, promising themselves tomorrow will be different. Lazy people do not feel the weight of guilt before their feet even touch the floor. You feel all of it. You care too much, not too little. And still, you cannot get up. That is not a discipline problem. That is not a motivation problem. That is something else entirely. Something deeper. Something the words lazy and undisciplined were never built to describe. You are not struggling to wake up because you do not care about your life. You are struggling because something in your system is not ready to meet it. There is a difference. A big one. When the alarm goes off, your body is not just hearing a sound. It is measuring something, calculating something. It is asking, without words, without conscious thought, is it safe to start this day? Do I have enough to face what is waiting? Can I carry what comes next? And when the answer is no, your hand hits snooze. Not because you are weak, because your system is protecting you. From exhaustion you have not fully recovered from. From stress that has been building for longer than you realize. From a day that feels like wait before it even begins. This is not a flaw in your character. It is a signal from your body. One you were never taught to read. One you were only taught to override, ignore, push through. But your body does not forget. It keeps the score. And in the morning, when your defenses are lowest, it tells the truth you spend all day avoiding. You are tired. Not just sleepy. Tired. The kind of tired that sleep does not fix. There is something happening beneath the surface. Something you do not see. Something you do not consciously control. While you are still asleep, your body is already preparing. Already measuring. Already deciding whether it is safe to wake. Your nervous system does not wait for you to open your eyes. It is scanning, checking your energy, checking your reserves, checking whether the day ahead is something you can handle or something you need to hide from. And when it senses that you are running low, When it calculates that the cost of waking is higher than the cost of staying still, it makes a decision for you. It keeps you down, not out of laziness, out of protection. This is not something you choose. This is something your body does automatically, quietly, without asking permission. You think you are hitting snooze because you are tired, but it is deeper than that. You are hitting snooze because your system has already decided that you are not ready, that the world outside the blanket is too much, that the safest place to be, right now, is exactly where you are. And so your arm moves, your finger taps, and you sink back into the mattress. Not because you failed, because your body chose survival over schedule. This is your nervous system doing its job. The problem is, it is using old information. It is responding to danger that may not even be there anymore. Think about what happens when the alarm goes off. Your heart rate shifts. Your breath changes. Your body moves from rest into readiness. But readiness for what? For some people, the answer is simple. A task, a routine, a day that feels manageable. But for you, the answer is heavier. The moment you wake up, your mind is already running. The things you did not finish yesterday, the messages you need to respond to, the conversations you are avoiding, the tasks that have been sitting in the back of your mind for weeks. It all rushes in the second your eyes open, and your body feels it, not as a thought, as a weight, a pressure in your chest before you even sit up, a heaviness in your limbs that has nothing to do with sleep. Your nervous system reads that weight and says no, not yet, not now. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes of not carrying anything. 5 more minutes before the world starts asking again. This is not weakness. This is your system trying to regulate something it does not know how to name. You are not avoiding your alarm. You are avoiding the flood that comes after it. And you have been doing this for so long that it feels automatic now. You do not even think about it. Your hand moves before your brain catches up. Snooze. It is not a decision. It is a pattern. A loop your body runs every morning because it believes it is keeping you safe. Other people do not see what happens before you arrive. They do not see the 6 alarms, the negotiations, the way you lay there, fully awake, unable to move. They only see the result. You are late again. You rushed again. You look tired again. And they draw their own conclusions. That you do not care enough. That you are disorganized. That you stayed up too late doing things you should not have been doing. They do not say it directly. Not always. But you feel it. In the pause before they respond when you apologize for being late. In the look they give you when you walk in after everyone else has already started. In the way they say, "It is fine," but their voice says something else entirely. You become the person who cannot get it together. The one who always needs 5 more minutes. The one who is never quite on time, never quite ready, never quite reliable. And after a while, you stop explaining. Because what would you even say? I set 7 alarms, but I still could not get up. I was awake for 20 minutes, but I could not make myself move. It sounds like an excuse, even to you. So you stay quiet. You apologize without explaining. You accept the label without correcting it. And you carry the weight of being misunderstood by people who have never had to fight their own body just to start the day. The hardest part is not the judgment from others. It is the distance it creates. You start pulling back. You stop making early plans because you do not trust yourself to show up. You avoid commitments that require you to be somewhere at a specific time. You say no to things you actually want to do because the fear of failing again feels worse than the loneliness of staying home. And slowly, without anyone noticing, you shrink your life. Not because you want to, because it feels safer. Safer to expect less from yourself than to keep disappointing people. The people around you do not understand this. They see someone who is late. They do not see someone who woke up already ashamed. They see someone who looks like they do not care. They do not see someone who cares so much it hurts. They see the outside. You live the inside. And the gap between those two things is where the loneliness lives. This did not start recently. It did not begin last month, or last year, or when your schedule got busier. This started a long time ago, before you had words for it, before you even noticed it was happening. Somewhere in your past, your body learned something about mornings, something about what it means to wake up, something about what waits on the other side of sleep, and it never unlearned it. Maybe it was the way your household felt in the early hours. Tense, rushed, loud. Maybe mornings meant conflict, criticism, pressure before your eyes were even fully open. Maybe someone was always in a hurry, always stressed, always making you feel like you were already behind before the day had started. Or maybe it was quieter than that. Maybe no one yelled, But no one was soft either. Maybe mornings were just cold, functional, efficient. Get up, get ready, get out. No warmth, no ease, no space to arrive slowly. And so your body learned that mornings are not safe. That waking up means bracing yourself. That the moment your feet hit the floor, you are already in motion, already performing, already meeting expectations you did not set. That lesson stayed with you, not in your memory, in your nervous system. And now, every time the alarm goes off, your body responds to a threat that may not even exist anymore. It does not know the difference between then and now. It only knows the pattern. Alarm, tension, demands. So it resists. It keeps you down. It buys you 5 more minutes of peace before the pressure begins. This is not a flaw. This is adaptation. Your body did what it needed to do to survive an environment that did not give you room to wake up gently. And now, even though that environment may have changed, the response remains. Because your nervous system is loyal. It holds on to what it learned. It does not update automatically just because your circumstances did. It waits for proof, for safety, for repeated evidence that mornings are not something to brace against. And until it gets that proof, it keeps running the old program. Snooze, snooze, snooze. You did not choose this pattern. It was built around you, without your consent, by circumstances you could not control. And now you are living with the echo of something that happened long before you understood what it meant. Part 6. The reframe into identity. So here you are, the person who sets 7 alarms and still struggles to rise. The one who lies awake after silencing 5 of them, staring at the ceiling, wondering why this is so hard. You have carried this for a long time. The guilt, the confusion, the quiet shame of not being able to do what other people seem to do without thinking. But now you know something you did not know before. This was never about laziness. It was never about lack of discipline or motivation or care. It was about a body that learned to protect itself, a nervous system that associated mornings with pressure, a deep, intelligent part of you that decided, without your conscious input, that staying still was safer than starting. And that changes everything. Because you are not fighting a character flaw. You are not battling some broken part of yourself that refuses to cooperate. You are living with a pattern that made sense once. A pattern that kept you safe when mornings were not gentle. A pattern that gave you rest when no one else would. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. Old wisdom. Buried wisdom. Wisdom that no longer fits your life the way it used to. But wisdom all the same. Your body was not working against you all these years. It was working for you, in the only way it knew how. And now, instead of seeing yourself as the person who cannot wake up, you can see yourself more clearly. You are the person who feels things deeply. The one whose system is finely tuned, sensitive, aware, the one who cannot just push through without paying a price. That is not a flaw. That is information. Your body does not lie. When it keeps you in bed, it is telling you something real. That you are tired. That you are carrying more than you realize. That the life you are living is costing more than you have been willing to admit. You are not the person who cannot wake up. You are the person whose body refuses to pretend. Refuses to perform alertness it does not feel. Refuses to start the day from depletion just because the clock says it is time. That is not failure. That is honesty. Your body is not your enemy. It is your ally. An ally that speaks in resistance instead of words. An ally that has been waiting for a long time for you to stop fighting it and start listening. You are not broken. You are attuned. And that is not a curse. That is clarity. Tomorrow morning, the alarm will go off again. Your hand will reach for the phone, the way it always does. Maybe you will snooze it. Maybe you will lie there for a few minutes, caught between sleep and waking, between rest and responsibility. And in that moment, before the guilt arrives, before the frustration sets in, pause. Not to fix anything, not to force yourself up, just to notice. What has your body been trying to protect you from all along? You do not have to answer that question right now. Just let it sit with you. If any of this felt familiar, you do not have to explain yourself in the comments. You do not have to share your story or justify your mornings. Just leave a quiet word. I felt this. That is enough. And if you want to stay here, if this felt like a place that understands you, subscribe. Not for content, for recognition. I will be here.